First of all, I want to thank you for all the likes and subscribers I get on this channel. It's amazing, and I love to share these things I see, the things I see. So thank you for subscribing. Gives me an idea that okay, people are interested in horses. Okay, let's go to the movie. This was actually on the last day of being in Doñana Scientific Center. And it was so beautiful. The environment was so beautiful. There's wind, it was warm, and around us were actually four bands. We're looking at one band now. If you look clear, you can see the stallion. He's the only one who doesn't have a tail which is cut. They have the tendency to cut the mare's tails and the manes. It's tradition in Spain. So that's something we're dealing with. And these bands all seem to, well, just graze and be around, get something to drink. It's a beautiful area there, and it's warm, but it's also cool. The wind helps, and that's why I put down the sound. We were looking and we could see three bands. At the left there's a band, at the right there's a band, and right near the water is a band. And this is more close up. You've seen this band before. I've been making some behavior observations on this band. The thing in this band is that the stallion, who's now coming from the back, is, well, again, I would almost use the word loved by his mares. And look what's going to happen now. Before they decide to go on, the band stopped, and the mares, the stallion in the middle, and you will see it in a moment, the mares also stopped and turned around, and they showed, well, I would call it affiliative behavior. It was more like a resting position, as if, and he's just being there. There's nothing special happening, but it was a moment that I thought, hey. And as if he was gaining some kind of, how do I express this correct? As if they were bonding. More intended, well, to sort of explain to each other that they had a relationship, that they were a group. There's some grooming. She's, the older mare is more or less intending to groom him. It looks like she's really there behind. You see all this, and then he decides to go forward. And I thought this was a very interesting behavior because he obviously knows exactly that he's going to approach another band. I mean, these horses live here, so they're experiencing what they're doing. So that made us walk forward. Sorry if I'm walking and it's not exactly an easy terrain to walk on. So we followed them, kept on filming as good as possible to see what's going to happen, because it was a moment that well, as you can hear, it confused me because I can't find exactly the good words to describe this. Definitely was no attack or whatever is said by many people. Oh, it's about dominance and blah blah blah. This was not about anything like that. This was about taking a very smart decision, bonding with your herd, with your band, and then go to an area where you, for whatever reason, want to be, and at the same time decide some kind of strategy. Bloody words. And now they're approaching. There's another band at the left, and we're of course on a long distance, so it's sometimes hard to film. And there you see the stallion of the other band at the left approaching the band that just came. At the front you see two stallions looking at each other, and there's no real challenge, although the other stallion decides to approach this band, the stallion of the band, who's from external affairs. Here you see an approach, and you see how he's more or less looking around. All the mare comes to see. She doesn't seem to, well, she notices, and the guys are making some noise, and she walks on. And his favorite mare, the mare who showed the most affiliative behavior today, stands still. They are both, it's not clear who decides to stop. And you can see at the back that the stallions meet, greet, do some vocal things. Now the calm stallion looks around. His band is right around him, close to each other, and the other band, the other stallion at the left, goes away. This is reality. This is horses that live like this, and great to see how there are no fights in conquering a mare and doing all kinds of things like herding and blah blah blah. No. Stallion knows what he's going to do, the other one too, and they make a very smart decision, not fighting over things. It's too warm, and beside of that, the bands seem to agree that they are together. And I thought, this of course is one band. Oh, there are the bachelors. This of course is one band. It's not representative. There's another band. But it is. It is. These are three bands who meet each other, and you see no confrontation whatsoever. You see no fights. You see no dominance or whatever stuff. And here you see two mares grooming. It's the same band as on the other movies, which I studied more close. And this grooming, I would tend to call it perhaps stress grooming, because it was a situation that it could get out of hand. But perhaps it's just grooming to be calm and to confirm their relationships. The more I see this, the more I see pattern in it. The more I see how many times horses confirm their relationships and tell each other, hey, we're together, right? Yeah, we are. And many gestures. So I have to make an ethogram to be able to observe this more. And well, just wanted to share this with you because it's such a precious moment, and this is so reality. This is what horses really do in the wild. They are not always fighting or stuff like that, especially not in domesticated situations. We do see a lot of fights and trouble, but in the wild we hardly see this. Here, male approaching the mare of the other band. Also interesting to see what he's going to do. She's a mare. At the right, there's a mare. But she stops, they look at each other, and well, he accepts that she is there. Goes back to his own band. I think spiritual people can make a lot of this. I just have to look at it again and again and again to analyze what I see and how I can describe it in terms of ethology. Here again, mare and stallion grooming. How do I see it's a stallion? Well, they have the long mane. This stallion has long mane, and he was grooming the older mare. That's how you can see pretty good what's stallion, what's mare. But this is all about confirming relationships, telling the other ones, okay, we're together, it's good the way we are. And I think this is indeed a very successful strategy, a very successful way of surviving. I mean, during the day we couldn't find them. They were separated, and one was at the back, one was at the right, one was at they were separated. And now at the end of the day they sort of come together, they stick together. And here a stallion walks by another band, also without any intentions to fight or whatever. And since we see this a lot in the wild and less in domesticated situations, I think we can learn a lot from this. We can learn that aggression is not normal behavior. Aggression always has a reason. If it happens, it has a reason. But it's not because, because of nothing. And, well, just a spectacular observation. Okay. Now look at the calmness, and from here on we will take over and we will start to explain a little bit. Look at the calmness. Thank you again for watching. Thank you again for all the likes. It makes me feel good. I'm proud of the horses. Okay, Julia, how many bands do we have here?
Right now, 3 visible, and there is the 4th. 2 bachelors standing in the middle.